Welcome to the video of the fourth prototype, which I have called Outdoor Origins. So, I've put a lot of work into this game. It is a card-based tower defense game, which revolves around fantasy setting. How can I introduce you to it? I think I will just get into the project itself straight away, just to showcase how it works. So, when I press play, as you can see, there is a main menu, just basic main menu with 3 buttons. It has the start button, debug, and exit, so they all work. Just to prove I can press exit, just exits the game. We can go into the start button first. So if I press it, it transforms you to another widget, which is the map widget. In the game, you'll basically have several different locations which you can conquer. If the button is red, you have not conquered the location. If it's green, you did. I have done it before, so it's green. I can clear the save easily and set it to red. Or you can just create a new game and do that instead. So if I press on the location, it gets me onto the map. It just needs a little bit to load because I've not played it in a long time. As you can see, it's just compiling the shaders because of how long I have not used the project. Should have been more prepared, sorry about that. So, as you can see, you've got the widget in here, which where you can start the wave. You've got the gold, and you also have the cards. So, if I spawn a few units in here, like I'll spawn an archer, I'll spawn a few soldiers like this. As you can see, it has grid snapping. If you just follow my mouse closely, it snaps the grid. So if I start the wave now, the enemies spawn in and they start firing at each other. So spawn another archer, start another wave. As you can see, the enemies are fully attacking each other. After the wave has completed, each unit basically goes back to the original location where you have spawned it. You cannot move it yet, since it's just a prototype. I've just wanted to showcase how you can spawn the units and the actual AI behavior of each unit. On top of that, as you can see, I've done my own little archer animation where it's just firing a bow. But yeah, as you can see, the level has been finished. It doesn't quit because it has a working gameplay loop. The game itself actually sees they have completed it. They completed the stage, however, there's no widget to showcase that it has been completed yet. I would need to add it just to the states where you can just see that it has been completed or lost on that matter. But yeah, if I go on there, as you can see, in here you can press a variety of different things just to add different units onto your battlefield. Unfortunately, on my OBS, on the capture software, I have number 1 dedicated to starting the recording and number 2 to start the to stop the recording. However, I can press F3, I hope I can, to spawn in the mage, and as you can see, I can just spawn as many as I like. So that's a little debug feature I have. You also have the how many units does the player have, what is the controller of the player, what is the army strength of the player units, and the player strength. So basically, that project, the only thing about this project which I just want to start, it can also go into the debug area. It will still have the same wave formation as before. So yeah, it will basically have the same units spawning in. There's nothing different about it. But yeah, basically the only problem I have with this project is that it doesn't fully showcase the unit's potentials. So it doesn't showcase the range, it doesn't showcase what they are doing at a specific time. That's the only problem that I would like to sort out later on. I might perform an update, spend probably a day just to update this feature, so I can showcase what each unit is doing. But yeah, so far it has a playable gameplay loop, except from the widget. I still need to do the widget. But apart from that, yeah, it fully works. You can, complete an area. You can go into the map. It has different menus. So there's nothing really wrong about it. This game, I think, by far is the one where I have the least debug. So, what is good about this game? It has most of the features that I really wanted to have. So, I've got the playable level, I've got the map working, I've got the main menu working, I've got the widgets working as well. Although I'm lacking the widget on the top, where basically it just shows which enemy forces are coming in. But that can be fixed later on, and I'll do a little update on it. But yeah, so far this is the game I have made. It's just a little nifty prototype. It took a lot of time to do it, because it's using things which I did not do before, like databases for each unit. So you've got the structure for each unit, and then you've got the database for each unit, and then it just gets pulled out and adapted to whichever unit is needed to have it. Yeah, so the goods of this project is that I have completed most of the things that I really need to complete, and that it is fully playable. Also, that it has traces of debug in there, where the designer can actually, just edit the data really easily, like through the database. And he can really easily, add the cars to his tally if he really needs to complete the wave and balance it out. You can also balance the waves because it's all done through, I can't really remember where it was, but yeah, you can also complete the waves, change them, so which units and are there going to be spawned, and how many of them are going to be spawned per wave for each map. But yeah, so the goods is that it all works. The bads are that there are not really many debug features in here, which I will do later on, and I will perform an update on it. But so far there are not many debug things. Also, the other thing I would like to mention is that I didn't do the widget for the victory or loss condition, so that's one of the bad things. But yeah, so far this is the prototype 4, which is Aldor Origins, and I also have the feedback sheet, which I have gotten for this one. So like in the previous prototype, I've got 3 different main feedbacks from people, what has been changed, and the improved gameplay. So the first one was to improve debug mode. So what I did was basically, when I received that feedback, I needed the debug mode, which I have done in form of just a plain map, and then I have added a simple widget on top, which basically would see the enemies killed, the enemies remaining, etc. And player could also add cards and gold to the deck to put on any necessary troops during the gameplay. It did not really improve the gameplay because, as you can see, it's just showcasing mechanics. I think about changing any of the variables of any object within the game. Oh, sorry about that. But yeah, basically it's just not really improving the gameplay at all. However, you can argue that it does, because then you change variables and improve the gameplay. The second piece of feedback was create a playable stage. So it's the first level they have seen before, with the one with the little house and the environment around it. So that was the first level. It did gain an actual playable mission, so I did create it. You can either win it or lose it. Environments has also been made to differentiate the level from a debug map, and to improve gameplay. Yes, play can now indulge in all the systems and play first stage successfully. The last piece of feedback was create a separate widget to inform the player of how many enemies will be in the next wave. This will inform the player about which tactic he should choose and what units to place. There was an initial plan to do it, however, I just didn't have the time to complete it yet. So I will pull out an update later on just to do it. The idea was to create a widget on the top of the screen, as I have shown before. So basically, just in the top portion of the map here, near the boxes on top, where basically would have the same cards as I do. However, just basically say how many of the units are going to be coming through from the top to inform the player what he should do. Yeah. So basically, this is everything for this prototype. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you found it informative. So I'll see you in the next prototype, I guess.